Well, today we are very fortunate to continue our sermon series on truth in action, how we, as 1 John 3:18 says, love not in word and speech, but in truth and action. And so Marta is going to be speaking with us today, and Marta Lopez Flohr is part of our St. Luke Diversity and Justice Task Force. She's a mother, and she's a wife, and she's a scholar, and she's in graduate school right now, and she works full-time at the University of Memphis. And she's going to also is the Girl Scout leader for her troop, and today is Girl Scout Sunday. So we're very fortunate to have her deliver our message today. So please welcome to St. Luke, Marta Lopez Flohr. Thank you.
Following the lead of my fellow Diversity and Justice Committee member, Adam, I begin with Psalm 19. Lord, enlighten our hearts and minds to your truth and to your call. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. My name is Marta Elena Lopez Flohr, and my childhood friends call me Patty because I was born on St. Patrick's Day. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am a Girl Scout. Thank you to St. Luke Lutheran Church for allowing me to honor Girl Scout Sunday. Girl Scout Sunday is observed every year during Girl Scout Week, and it's an event recognizing the founding of Girl Scouts back on March 12, 1912. By our founder, Juliet Gordon Low. We honor and thank Girl Scouts in the community for their courage, their confidence, and their character to make the world a better place. In essence, Girl Scouts use their hands, their hearts, and their minds to do God's work. When I first messaged Pastor Cliff about recognizing Girl Scout Sunday at church, he replied to my text, "Hey, Marta, let's explore how you could give the message. Our theme is love and truth in action." To which I replied, "Wow, you know I've never given a message before, right? It would be a challenge to step into. Well, God is calling me to serve in this way. Let's definitely talk some more, but when, big question mark, I have to run to a meeting now." Yes, that was my authentic text message response to my pastor, just keeping it real. In the back of my mind, I did question pastor's sanity in thinking that my 5'2" frame with its insanely busy schedule as a full-time U of M employee, mother, wife, graduate school student, how many committees do I sit on? Troop leader, Cordova service unit manager, with way too many obligations. How could I make this happen? Where was the time to serve in this way? Yet I also thought, what a better way to demonstrate courage to my Girl Scouts, to show them that you can be afraid and do it anyways, to show them that your perspective matters, that your voice matters, to show them that your work matters and that to God we matter. Yes, Shakespeare, though she be little, she be fierce. But feeling fierce has not been a consistent descriptor in my life. As a female person of color in America, my gender, my race, nor my ethnic identity, being Puerto Rican, have historically held positions of power or positions of privilege. My early childhood years told me that despite the power displayed by my very strong Puerto Rican mother or my Puerto Rican grandmother, our culture always allowed the boys to get away with more. Therefore, males were more powerful because they could walk away from responsibilities in life with little, if any, consequence. The double standard was always present, and I could not afford to make mistakes. At least that's what I thought. My belief in the church was called into question when, as a child being raised as a Catholic then, I was able to receive my first Holy Communion, but my mother couldn't join me in this holy sacrament because she was a divorcee, a stigma imposed because she refused to stay in an unhealthy marriage. I understand a little bit about Jesus' frustration in that temple. My belief in God was called into question when I was abused by my stepfather, both physically and sexually. And later in my high school years, when we discovered that the overexposure to the radiation of the litany of x-rays needed after the beating by my stepfather had caused thyroid cancer. If God loves me, why is this happening? If God loves me, why did I survive this? Along the way, I did knock down some tables with a lot of frustration, but I needed to keep pushing and to keep believing and keep finding allies who could push along with me. There were God's blessings along the way. Not making many mistakes academically in my public school setting, I earned a scholarship to attend a predominantly white Quaker boarding school. So thank you to Russell B. White, an unexpected ally, for using your wealth and your privilege to invest in talented inner city youth so that they can attend private secondary schools. I was surprised. He didn't know me, but yet he gave me an opportunity. Landing in a faith-based educational community at George School was indeed a blessing. The level of education changed my life, and it changed the trajectory of my life. And I have no doubt that I would have ever landed a seat at an Ivy League college had it not been for that opportunity. So what am I going to do with these blessings received? Today, one of the things that I choose to do is demonstrate my love and truth through my actions as a Girl Scout leader. In Girl Scouts, we have a promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. So what is the Girl Scout law? Well, it's a lot like those 10 commandments from today's Exodus 20 reading. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself, respect others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Girl Scouts aim to serve faithfully. We want to keep our promise. And a lot of times we need the help of our faith to listen to that voice inside telling us that we can indeed make this world a better place. And in the Cordova Service Unit, these girls make the world a better place by doing so many forms of different civic engagement. We're collecting and bagging groceries for the St. Luke Food Pantry. We're preparing beds at Room at the Inn. We're building picnic tables at Shelby Farms Park and making cards for the elderly and retirement communities. We do this by making toys for animals at the ASPCA and by cleaning up our community parks and by rallying for equal rights and by writing words of encouragement to a brave Girl Scout sister who is currently seeking treatment. We do this by collecting supplies for the homeless and making and serving meals for the hungry, by planting gardens, and the list goes on and on. And yes, by selling the magazines and the nuts and the candies in the fall and the cookies in the spring so we can actually fund all of our community service. Our troops are filled with girls from different religions and faiths. As a Girl Scout leader, I've had Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, and even an atheist Girl Scout in my troop. The diversity of our troop is a beautiful tapestry of different scouts coming together to create positive change. I feel blessed that St. Luke has allowed us to call this church building and even its parking lot during our pandemic drive-through bridging ceremony our home. With this message today also comes a little bit of a confession. The reading today on the 10 Commandments talks about keeping the Sabbath day holy and not laboring so we can rest. Our Girl Scout troop, Cadets Troop 13778, usually meet on Sunday afternoons, and in a non-COVID world, we actually meet in this building, okay? So thanks for giving us a home base to do God's work. But I must admit that when it's a labor of love, it really doesn't feel like work at all. I often feel re-energized by my volunteer service. As stated in James 2:4-17, what good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, "Go in peace, keep warm and well fed," but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if not accompanied by action, is dead. My faith in action makes me feel alive. When I shine my light to lead, I'm demonstrating a gift that God gave me. As a testimony to Pastor Cliff's Wednesday Lenten service message, by receiving the message that God gave me this gift, I can pass it on to others. It's a true blessing to be able to pass this gift of leadership to my scouts. My faith is a promise to lead these girls and to serve alongside some brilliant, strong women on the Cordova Service Unit leadership team. And I'm proud to be a part of an organization that gives Girl Scouts an opportunity to earn a My Promise, My Faith pin, where girls are invited to experience a faith journey by exploring the Girl Scout law and teachings from their respective faiths. Among the tasks to earning this pin, Scouts talk with friends, family members, and members of their faith community about what they have discovered about their faith, and they ask for support to live the law and their faith. The most amazing thing when girls work on this pin is that they come together to share what they have learned about themselves. They're listening to one another. They're learning from one another and witnessing how they can still come together and have respect for one another. I think I'm on my way to earning that pin. So community, faith, service, confidence, courage, and character. These are tenets that not only a busy woman can use, but these are tenets we can all use to make the world a better place. Thank you for listening.